Hello.
Hi, Darla. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're still learning all the technical stuff associated with this, so bear with us here. Facebook has been kind of funny, so I wanted to make sure we actually connected. So, if you can you like introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Darla Hernandez. I actually grew up in the city of Upland and moved away a few times. But for whatever reason, God led me back to Upland to open my business. I have a partner, and so her and I have opened a dance studio. But the mission there is more than just to teach dance, but to really build up our students, these kids, um, and give them the tools to have a very strong mindset and to really focus on self-love and bringing just love back into the dance community.
That's awesome. Where in Upland are you guys?
We are off of Foothill and Central. So there's a little thrift store on the corner called a lot of good or something, and
Sure.
we're behind that.
Okay, so you're behind the thrift store?
Yeah, it's there's like a small complex. There's a CM school supply. We're right
Okay,
next door to that.
so is that as you're going up? So if you're going north on Central, you would turn in before you get to the thrift store?
Yes, correct.
Is there a plaza right before the thrift store? I'm trying to imagine it in my head because I know where the thrift store is.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's a plaza right before on the right hand side.
Right. So it's on the southeast corner of Central and Foothill.
Yes.
I know exactly where that is. So how long have you guys been open now?
A whole month.
Oh, wow.
We
Wow.
just
And what are you guys doing for marketing right now to bring in kids?
So, for this first month has been completely organic, like just using Facebook and Instagram. And I would say it was pretty much 80% of the people that I have like known, like I knew students, that was coming in. And then about 2 weeks ago, we just started getting students off of Google. So that's been exciting. Like they've found us on Google.
Oh, so organically. So you have
Or
a Google My Business page
yes.
with all your info on it and everything.
Yes.
That's a great source.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And feed that as much as you can, right? What was I had another question for you. So what type of dance are you teaching?
So we have for our kids classes currently we have ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, and we're starting as young as age 2. Um, and the age range like 7 to 9 seems to be really popular, so that's exciting. Because I'm used to working with small children. Like that's usually been the most popular before, but this time around it's older kids, which is exciting. And then we also have started offering adult classes. So for adults, we have belly dancing, salsa, and a cardio class, and jazz.
Okay, so the adult classes are those evening classes, I'm assuming?
Yes, right now they're in the evening for our, working adults.
Oh, okay, cool. And is that a couples thing or is it individuals? Like you said salsa, so I'm assuming it could be a couples thing or no?
Yeah, it totally could be a couples thing. We've had students though that just come solo, and then we rotate partners, so everyone gets a chance to have a partner.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
What else was I going to ask you? And what days of the week are you guys open?
Right now we're currently open Monday through Thursday, and occasionally we'll have pop-up classes on Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Hmm.
Cool. Cool. Now, how did you get into teaching dance?
Actually, straight out of high school, I was on the Upland High School dance team for all 4 years, and then it was over. And I was like, what do I do now? You know? And so I actually had talked to I wanted to become like a high school dance teacher like that I had. She really inspired me. And she said, why don't you start off by teaching in dance studio? I said, okay. So I applied at my first dance studio and I got hired and I've been teaching on and off ever since. So I'm 33 now. So from 18 to 33.
Wow. So you've been teaching quite a while then.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's your favorite age group to teach?
So definitely I would say that age 7 to 12 range, because they're really at that age, they're deciding if they're really passionate about dance and they want to grow and get better, or if they're, this is fun, I'm just doing this for like recreation, movement type thing. So I feel like that age is a good range. Because I did go back to coach my alumni Upland High School in 2013. So I was working with high schoolers, and that was a very different experience, but like I loved it. It was just working with teenagers requires a lot of you,
Little more intense.
Yeah, like you wear all the hats. You're like, I wasn't just their coach, I was like their friend and a mom figure, and a therapist and a beautician, because I would do their hair and their makeup and all that kind of that.
So
It
it
was
was
great.
just a lot of work, huh?
A lot of
Now,
work.
your kids' classes, I'm assuming those are co-ed also.
Yes.
Are you seeing a lot of boys?
So the funny thing is, we see a lot of boys in hip hop,
Right.
not too much in ballet or jazz. I would love it, but just haven't quite attracted them yet. So
Yeah, I think that's a challenge for us guys.
yeah.
Because I know our oldest boys did a hip hop class when we were going to school in Laverne and stuff. So maybe I'll have to bring our we've got a 5-year-old
Okay.
that might be good. How are you with kids that are a little challenging with focus?
Honestly, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think I'm pretty great because
Yeah.
my degree's in early childhood education. So I've had to work a lot with, different kinds of children with special needs, children of all ages. So I feel like I'm very experienced in that field. And
Awesome.
I try to keep them engaged. That's the number one, right? Because I can't teach them if they're not focused.
Right. You got to reel them back in.
Yeah.
It's a challenge sometimes, that's for sure. My 5-year-old is definitely a challenge. So, what are your favorite things to do here in Upland since you're from Upland and you've returned? What do you like to do in town?
One of my favorite things recently actually has been going to Maniac Mike's at
Okay.
Cable Airport and having, breakfast or brunch. That's I have a 6-year-old as well as a newborn, and so her and I like to do that. And we actually homeschool, so our homeschool group meets there about once a month. So that's one of our favorite things. We love the library, love the books. I'm a big book person. Like I've never adjusted to the norm of like books on Kindles, or I love the pages and feeling and the smell. So we go to the library a lot. And what else? We actually, I find myself spending a lot of time at the gym. There's a gym like 2 doors down from me. So we've become good friends with the business neighbors there.
That's not a bad habit to have. That's for sure. I
Yeah.
could use that habit a little more often. Um, So if people want to contact you and get their kids involved or even take the adult classes, what's the best way to do that?
Just following us on any of our platforms. We're on Instagram as Level Up Dance Co. We're on Facebook as Level Up Dance, or our website is ludancestudios.com.
Studios.com. And now, is that how they'd find you on Google?
Yeah, on Google, we're Level Up Dance.
Level Up Dance. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool. That sounds exciting. I'll have to talk to my wife because we've been talking about doing like a dance class, whether it's salsa. We were talking about doing what's the other one? Swing dancing, that sort of thing. So.
Yes, so we actually want to bring that into. We're working on an instructor that can be consistent because we had one. I actually acquired the space back in February, but I was extremely pregnant. And so I had to kind of just push everything back. And so now the baby's here. She's almost 4 months. And
Oh wow.
yeah, um, the instructor that we found, he can finally be consistent. So we're hoping to start swing in November.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
And your salsa for adults is when?
Is on Wednesdays at 8 p.m.
We might have to wait a little while on that one. My wife is working on her master's degree right now, and Wednesday is her class night.
Okay.
So and it turns out that we do soccer also with our boys, and they
Okay.
both have soccer on Wednesday nights. So Wednesdays are just crazy right now.
Oh
But
yeah.
it would
We
be
have,
cool to come check that out. We'll have to do that. We've been threatening to do it for quite some time now. I keep making the promise, and we just have not executed on that one yet.
yeah, no, we're working on actually a pop-up class for salsa too. And what pop-up means is it's just like once a month. So it's not a regular every week thing. And so we actually had one at the end of August with brand new, never danced before in their lives. It was like three couples that were just enjoying a date night. But it was a lot of
Exactly. Would be a fantastic thing to do, right?
fun. Yeah.
A nice alternative. So cool. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. And just so you know, if you ever need it, I'm also I'm a photographer, so I do commercial photography,
Oh yeah.
primarily real estate. We do business stuff. We do virtual tours. We can do videos, portraits, headshots,
Oh,
that sort of thing. If you need stuff for your website, we can do that as well. So, and that's kind of what this interview stuff is about. It's about networking for you and networking for me, so you can reach all the people in my network, and I can reach all the people in your network. And so, for me, this is like kind of the networking of the 2022 instead of going to like network meetings where you're with a bunch of people and getting lost with everyone. We get to do a little more one-on-one time, and people get to hear about you, right?
that's really cool. I love that.
So,
I plan to have a big recital at the end of June or July. So I will need a photographer for that. So
oh,
it'll be
awesome.
packed. Yeah.
So we're looking at next summer. You're going to be doing a big recital.
Yes.
Cool, cool. Well, that's just exciting. I enjoyed talking to you. Real quick, what's your like biggest pet peeve about the industry you're in right now?
So, a big premise of why I opened this dance studio is because I had my 6-year-old in competitive dance. Last year was her second year. And I found that in that industry, it was very cutthroat and very just not the environment that I really wanted for her, you know, and I had talked to her coach at that time, and she told me, like, this is how it is everywhere. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to change that because it doesn't have to be that way. You know, we can build each other up. And by dimming someone else's light, it doesn't make our light shine brighter, right? Because we're all a bright, shining light. So let's build each other up instead of teaching our kids to tear each other down. So that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is just how cutthroat the industry can be. And that was not the environment, the dance environment that I had come from. Every team that I've been on is very, like, it becomes your family, because at some point you spend more time with these people than your actual family.
No,
So
absolutely right.
yeah. And so it was always that dynamic of just cheering each other on, supporting each other, and just being loving and kind. So I'm going to bring that back into the industry.
So now, are you gonna form your own team as well for competitions? Is that where you're kind of working towards that?
It is, maybe not so much in like the traditional competition world. We're actually going to start what's called a dance leadership program. And so that program will be a performance based. But we're also, like I said, since we'll be working so close with these kids, we're really going to work on their tools of like mindset and building them up that way. And the performance is just, it's extra. You know, they get to learn the discipline and the hard work and the art of what dance is, but then we're also going to build these kids up to be leaders so that when they leave us, you know, they go out and they sprinkle that on wherever they go.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and I agree with you 100%. It's much easier to build someone up, or better to build them up than to break them down. That's for sure. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I know, like, you're super busy. You got the little one,
I know.
and you're juggling your business. So I'm gonna wrap it up. And again, real quick, if people want to get in touch with you, they would just look for Level Up Dance in Upland,
Yes.
and you can be found on Google,
Yes.
Level Up Dance, and your website is ludancestudios.com.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Darla, thanks for taking the time to talk with me.
Yep. Thank you for having
We'll get this wrapped up, and we'll post it, and we'll send you links and stuff so you can post it as well, and we'll get it on our website. But I'm sure we're going to see you. I'm going to come by, whether it's with my wife or my kids or both, and
Yeah.
we're going to do some dancing.
Yeah. And feel free to bring some cards too, so I can put them out of your
Awesome.
business.
Awesome. That sounds great. Hopefully we'll talk to you real soon.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you. Bye.